Alright, so this is my blower. It's the Echo PB-250LN. Having a lot of trouble keeping this thing running, especially starting it cold. It'll start right up and then it will die immediately. The odd thing is if I put it in the sunlight and it warms the body up, the engine up, etc., it seems to start up fine. But when it's in the shed and it's a little cool, you really got to fight to keep this thing running. And when you do get it running, it'll bog and then it'll just shut right off. I looked at everything. The gas filter seems to be fine. The primer bulb doesn't have any cracks in it. I checked the gas lines, they seem to be okay. I checked the spark plug, that's fine. I did put a new ignition coil in this, not last year, but the year before. And it seems to have been running fine up until, I don't know, this season. So what I did was, I took, as a last resort, I took the spark arrestor out. There's where it goes, right there. And here's what I found. Now the spark arrestor has a kind of a rusty looking color to it. So I'm going to leave it out and test it out. And then I'll put this piece of the muffler, of course, back on. The spark arrestor goes behind this piece, which means it would fit right in this square here. It would fit right in there. And then you would put this cover on over the spark arrestor. So I'm going to put the 5 screws back in this, put it back in there. It's a T25, by the way, Torx, to take this muffler cover, spark arrestor cover off the muffler. So I'm going to put it together and see what happens. And I guess we'll go from there. It's RailFan Rob. Over and out. I'll give you an update. Alright, so taking out the spark arrestor did not work. But eventually, I probably should have said this in the beginning, but if I try and keep trying and trying to start it, eventually it will stay running and it will run great. It's just the initial startup for the day. It takes me forever to start it, and probably about 20 pulls before I actually get it to the point where it runs. But then when it runs great. It's just that initial cold start. When I go to start it, it shuts off almost immediately, and it'll do that quite a few times. However, like I said before, if I place it in the sun, then it will usually start right up. So I'm kind of stumped, and if anybody out there knows what's wrong with this thing, please let me know. I could use the advice. I should also add the fuel filter and the air filter, if I didn't already say it. They are new. They were replaced last year, and everything is clean. So I'm stumped. Spark plug's good. This one has me stumped.